Hey there traders, welcome back for episode 45 from the StockBandit.tv. I hope your trading day was a good one. Alright, so one thing that I enjoy doing from time to time is talking about a great trade and one which really made me some good money. But in this episode, that just is not the case. So instead, going to be a little bit more of a reality check for you. I'm going to show you a mistake that I actually made today twice that cost me money. And by reviewing our mistakes, obviously as traders, we really do stand to learn something. And so since I paid the tuition, I'm going to go ahead and accept the lesson from this stock. And I am a little embarrassed to say that this is not my first time learning this lesson, and it probably won't be the last time either. But we are human, we do make mistakes. That's definitely part of trading. Sometimes we make those mistakes more than once. And so I'm here to take my medicine before you, and hopefully that'll make it to where it's a while before I do this again. Okay, so here's the setup. This is Schnitzer Steel, SCHN, and this bar right here is a closing bar yesterday. So this one gapped higher on the open, and this blue line right here just represents yesterday's closing price. It's just a visual reference for where the stock stands on the day. So obviously right out of the gates, these are 3-minute bars, by the way. Right out of the gates, this stock was extremely strong. It was running higher very quickly this morning, and the market gapped higher as well. But this one really wasn't showing the kind of relative volume that I would have expected given how much strength it was displaying. After the gap up, it ran higher, and right about this bar right here, this thing is up $3 and change, and it's starting to act like it's a little bit tired. You see where this one, for this bar, it finished off of its high. So what I like to do when I see setups like this is I like to basically take the next bar that's red and short it. And so I did that on this bar right here. But what I also do is I'll stop out once the stock makes a new high. So this bar right here finished off of its high, and then the next bar started to kind of probe the downside, but then of course it reversed and made a new high. So there you go, I'm out right there, I'm stopped. But I never waited for this bar to be completed. I never waited for that red bar to actually be painted on the chart. It was just kind of under construction. It was being built. It was temporarily red, but the bar, that time frame wasn't completed yet, and so that cost me. Then soon after, I felt like this stock was tiring out again on this bar right here. Failed to make any real upside progress, and then it started to kind of probe the downside once again. So I shorted it there, waiting for just a good pullback move. And I'm not looking for this entire stock to come all the way back down. I'm not looking for it to test the opening level or to fill this gap down here. That's not at all what I wanted. I was just looking to grab a piece, maybe a point and change for a kind of a quick reversal type scalp. But of course, this one turned right back up and took out new highs again. Well, ultimately, the first bar that it posted that was red was right here, which is really a doji bar. It means that the stock finished that bar about where it started. So that really wasn't much of a reversal bar right there, but that did end up marking the high for the morning. And then, of course, this thing did pretty soon after roll over and make about a $1.25 move lower. However, at that point, I was already spooked out. I had been shaken out of the trade twice, and my failure to re-enter the trade once the true signal finally came actually cost me opportunity. So in through this portion right here, it cost me money because I lost money and I was wrong. In through here, I was losing opportunity because I failed to capitalize on that play that I had been waiting for. So obviously it's bad enough that I lost money on this stock when the move that I was really expecting to see actually did take place just a few minutes later, but that extra annoying portion is that I lost opportunity on the profit from this trade, and that can really work on you. I was pretty irritated when this move right here finally occurred, and what I did was kind of the first correct thing I did all day, which was to step away from the PC and not do any harm with an immediate grudge trade, because if you've been doing any trading for any length of time, you know how easy it is to, once you're wrong and you're burned, it's easy to want to jump right back there and kind of force a trade. But I didn't do that. Those really just never do seem to pay off, and they can often make a bad day worse. And so what I did was I just got away for a little bit, and then I returned later with a renewed focus, and I didn't let this stock completely ruin my day. So, it ended okay, I guess. But the lesson here really is simple. Trust your instincts, but wait for all the conditions to be present before you make that trade. Becoming a little bit too eager on the entry can often result in, head fake type moves like this, which ultimately do cost you money, and then that can lead to, later on, some lost opportunity if you get shaken out enough. All right? Thanks for joining me for this episode. I hope that your weekend is great. I will be back soon with more videos, but in the meantime, trade like a bandit.